All right, so I'm going to go over the first three sections of Unit 4. It's all kind of a review of a lot of things we've done. In fact, a bunch of stuff with lines, lots and lots of stuff with lines. So I'm going to go ahead and run through this with you fairly quickly. It's actually got three um, sections, three mods that we're going to do today. So 4.01 is review of lines and solutions, like solution to an equation. So let me show you real quick here. We have this line up here. So the question says, what's the equation of line A? So I'm looking at line A. This one is line A. It looks like it's here. And it's as usual, it's really hard for me to draw straight lines on this, but it looks like the place where it's crossing the y-axis, that's really a key part. That place where it's crossing the y-axis is -3, and the letter we've been using for that is B when we talk about slope-intercept form. Remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So that last number there is where it crosses the y-axis. We know that's -3. Looking at the slope, it has a positive slope because it goes uphill from left to right. And they gave us another point here, so it looks like it went up 1 over 1. So it looks like the slope is up 1 over 1, which is 1. So I'm looking for the equation that has m equal to 1 and b equal to -3. So y equals 1x minus 3. And that's that first choice there. If we were looking for line D, for instance, line D is here. So let me go ahead and focus on line D. Again, super straight lines. There we go. Line D has a y-intercept of 3. So for line D, so B equals 3. Slope for line, it looks like from here to this point, looks like go up 1, 2, 3 over 1. So it looks like the slope is up 3 to the right 1. And we always go to the right. The number on the bottom should always be to the right. Always to the right. So we always start at the point that's on the left. So that equation would be for line D would be y equals 3 over 1x, or we could just say 3x. And then since it crosses at 3, we say plus 3. That would be the equation for line D. Last one here, line C. Take a real quick look at line C. It's going here. And line C looks like it's crossing the y-axis at 8. So for line C, I'll write line C down here. So for line C, B is going to be 8. That's the place where it crosses the y-axis. And then the slope is negative. This is going downhill from left to right. And they gave us these 2 points. So if I started always at the point that's on the left side and going to this point, I go down 1 and over 1, 2. So down 1. So the slope is down 1 and always to the right 2. So the line C would have an equation of y equals -1/2 x plus 8. And that is it. That is how you find, if given 2 points, given the intercept, it's a lot easier if they give us the intercept. If they don't give us the intercept, like this one here, they didn't give us the intercept. We could find it, but for this one here, it's going to be a fraction. So a little bit of work. Let's scroll down here to the next set of problems here. This one here. So again, this is a review of things we've done earlier. Is for a solution to this equation. Well, if it's a solution, that means when I plug it in, it makes the equation true. So let's try it. So 5 times 4, so I'm plugging in D equals 4, minus 4, is this equal to 16? So 20 minus 4, 16 equals 16. Is that true? Yep. Yep. So that tells us 4 is a solution. So 4 is a solution. Sometimes you'll be dealing with an equation that has only one solution. Sometimes you'll be dealing with an equation that has lots of solutions. Like for instance here, is 7 a solution to this inequality? there's probably lots of solutions to inequalities. Sometimes inequalities have no solution, but so let's check it. Let's plug in 7 for C. So is 7 minus 2, is that greater than 5? Is 5 greater than 5? No, 5 is not. 5 is equal to 5. If the original inequality had said greater than or equal to 5, then it would have been true because 5 is greater than or equal to 5. Yeah. But as the original problem was given to us, is 5 is 7 minus 2, is that greater than 5? No, it's not. So 7 is not a solution. So 7 is not. How about 8? Let's try 8. C equals 8. Let's try it. So 8 minus 2, is that greater than 5? Is 6 greater than 5? Yes. 8 is a solution. What about 9? Let's try 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 greater than 5? Yeah. So 9 is also a solution. So 8 is a solution. 9 is a solution. This one has lots and lots and lots. In fact, anything greater than 7 is going to work. And we could show that algebraically. And we looked at this last chapter. So C minus 2, if I plus 2 to both sides, plus 2. To keep things balanced, I get C is greater than 7. So any number greater than 7 is a solution. Graphically, that looks like this. Number line, here's 7 on my number line. Here's 0 just for reference. Can I include 7? No, but everything greater than 7. So 7.01, 7.1, those things. Okay, the way this one is different, this one says solve the equation for B. So this is what's called a literal equation. So I'm taking some sort of a formula and I'm isolating for the letter B. So I need to get rid of the 2 and I need to get rid of this negative 3/4. And as we talked about last week, as we did these, which one do you get rid of first? This is where we do the PEMDAS backwards. Is anything added or subtracted? Those are the things I need to get rid of first. Yeah, this 2. This 2 is adding, so I'm going to subtract it from both sides. So I'm going to rewrite the equation over here. A equals negative 3/4 B plus 2. And I'm trying to isolate my B. And I hate it when it makes my 4s like that. Okay, so this 2 is adding or subtracting, so I'm going to undo that. I'm going to minus 2 from both sides, minus 2. What is A minus 2? Well, it's just A minus 2. I can't go any further than that. That's as simplified as it gets. A minus 2 equals negative 3/4 times B. These cancel each other out. Now I need to get rid of this negative 3/4. What's the negative 3/4 doing? It's multiplying. How do I undo that? Divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3/4. That's a little tricky since I'm dividing by a fraction. Another way to think of it, the same process would be to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So dividing by any number really is this, you'll get the same result as multiplying by the reciprocal. So I could think of this as I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 4/3. Multiply this side by negative 4/3. Okay, and that will cancel. So a negative times a negative turns into a positive. And 3/4 times 4/3 is 12/12. So I get 12/12 times B, which is just 1B. So I did isolate the B. On this side, I have this equation. Notice this doesn't match any of the answers. So if I were to distribute the negative 4/3, distribute it, I would get negative 4/3 times A. It's negative 4/3 A. And then negative 4/3 times negative 2 becomes positive. And what's 4/3 times? Let me make this one a fraction also. Multiply across. So 2 times 4 is 8 over 3. So this is 8/3. And we got, that's what B equals. I'll put B on this side just because it matches with the answer. So negative 4/3 plus 8/3 looks like the first choice is always the correct answer. All right, I'm going to do the other two on a separate video so they don't get too long.